Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and as you can see, we're in beautiful Berlin. I have picked the most gorgeous background for you to enjoy today's video. I just had to find somewhere that was, remote, quiet-ish to record. I have two German janitors staring at me to the right. I have some form of machine to the left. So if you pick up any noise, sorry, apologies, but hopefully we can get through this video as quickly as possible, and hopefully it's all done and good. We have a lot to talk about today, a hell of a lot to talk about, and that's the reason I wanted to do this video. I know some of you might be saying, Ryan, go and enjoy your holidays, go and see Berlin. Don't worry, it's my fourth time here. I've seen the majority of Berlin. Everything that I need to see is tonight and tomorrow night, so don't worry, I'm not sacrificing too much. I've got a tour of the Olympia Stadium in how long? We're leaving in say half an hour, a wee bit of time until that, but until then I want to talk about the Champions League draw. I want to talk about the fact that it's transfer deadline day. We have a hell of a lot to get through in very little time, so like and subscribe, strap yourselves in, let's start with that Champions League draw, shall we? I feel terrible that it's so late, this reaction. This is something I wish I could have done a live reaction to last night, but I didn't get into the hotel until the pot 4 teams were being drawn, so it basically meant that a live reaction was impossible, and I just wanted to get out, get a few German beers in me, so I decided, you know what, we'll wait till the morning, we'll get the video done then, we'll talk about the draw. So here we are, and what a draw, by the way. Who was doing that, Brendan, how have you paid off? What a draw. That is probably the nicest, aesthetically anyway, the nicest Champions League draw we've had in a long time. You look at those teams, and as I said, aesthetically, you're like, that favours Celtic. That's a draw that we should do better in. And of course, this is the new format. It's the first time that we will play this new Champions League, where we have 8 teams rather than 3. We will play 4 home games, 4 away games, and as I look at them on my screen now, you know, I fancy our chances of finishing in that top 24. Should we get the transfers over the line that we need today on deadline day, I would be very, very happy with our chances in this group on paper. It's never as easy as that. The Champions League is tough, and you know, Celtic have every chance of losing all 8 games, or at least not winning all 8 games. After all, it's Celtic in Europe. But I think there was very encouraging signs last year under Brendan Rodgers. We got our first Champions League home win in a decade against Feyenoord. We were very unlucky in Feyenoord with the 2 red cards that night. We could have got a result there. We were unlucky against Atletico. We should have beat them at Celtic Park. We should have beat Lazio at Celtic Park as well. And we didn't play all that bad against Lazio in Rome either. It was really just that Atletico game in Madrid that was the standout scalping. But there was encouraging signs, and that was Brendan Rodgers with a very depleted squad at the time. If you remember, there was a few injuries. We weren't playing great football. There was a bit of a toxic atmosphere at the club. We weren't signing well. This Champions League campaign is much, much different. We've signed a couple of good players. We're looking to sign a couple of good players today on deadline day. The football has been very, very good. I like the look of this draw, and I think that we can do that top 24. Don't think we can do top 8, not that ambitious, but I think we can do top 24. If you win your 4 games at Celtic Park, if you take the 12 points at Celtic Park, you've got a very, very good chance of qualifying and getting yourself through to the at least the playoff round. So, you know, win the games at Celtic Park. I think there are 4 winnable games at Celtic Park as well, and you're giving yourself a good chance. But by no means am I blinded by optimism. I'm blinded by false confidence. I know this is going to be difficult, and come February, I'm expecting Celtic to be out their arse as usual, to be quite honest. But you know, I like this, and this is why I like the new format. I think that the fact that you get to play 8 different teams rather than the same 3 on a repeat basis, I think it just it enhances your chances tenfold of qualifying for the next round. So let's have a look through the teams very, very quickly. I'll give a quick opinion on each of them, and then we can probably move on. I wish I could go more in depth. I wish I could give you more, but as I said, I'm sure you can forgive me on this one occasion when I am literally on my holidays. So from pot 1, we got the double Germans. We got, funnily enough, we got Rasenballspor Leipzig and Borussia Dortmund. So you've got a lot of exciting times ahead of you with me saying the whole name. No, I'll stick to RB Leipzig. We got the both of them. I think Leipzig is the tougher of the two, to be quite honest, and that's at Celtic Park. They're actually my pick to win the Bundesliga this year. Just because I think they look very, very exciting. I think they've got a very good squad. Xavi Simons is back. They have Antonio Nusa, who has been very exciting thus far at Leipzig. I think that they could be a real standout in this competition. As I said, they're my pick to win the Bundesliga this year. There's just something around them, something about them that screams to me that they're a good team. Wind is picking up, by the way. My phone's shaking. I'm hoping it doesn't take off. God, it was roasting yesterday, sun, come back out. And Dortmund away from home, Leipzig Iduna Park, the Westfalenstadion. Tough game. Champions League finalists last year. They've lost their big superpower in Nicholas Füllkrug, who moved to West Ham. But still a good team. Marco Reus now away to LA Galaxy, but obviously on the tail end of his career anyway. I'm excited for that. It's one I would love to go to. I think tickets will be extremely hard to come by. Two tough teams from pot one, but I think they're maybe two of the nicer ones you could have asked for when you consider, Manchester City's in there, Real Madrid. I think we've been given quite nice teams, but I think Leipzig is the one that's going to be the tough one in this entire 8 games. I think they're a really, really good team. For pot 2, we go to Bergamo to take on the Europa League winners Atalanta and Club Brugge. Of course, Matt O'Reilly, who was linked with a move to Atalanta all summer, ended up at Brighton, so they'll have a bone to pick with us after knocking back bid after bid after bid. I hope they don't take it too personally. Club Brugge as well at Celtic Park, a nice tie. I think that's a winnable game for Celtic if we play our best. This isn't blind optimism. We should be beating Club Brugge at Celtic Park. I mean that with all due respect to the Belgian champions, because they're a good team, but we should be beating them at Parkhead. Simple as that. Pot 3 sides, we've got a trip to Zagreb to take on Dinamo Zagreb, and we'll play Young Boys at Celtic Park. Once again, no disrespect to the Swiss side because they are a very good team. We should be winning that game at Celtic Park. That is your typical pot 3 or 4 side that we would have got in group stages of old and we would have wanted to win and beat in both occasions. We should be beating them now. And Zagreb, I feel like it's a winnable game. Once again, away from home, we've seen how well we can play on occasions under Ange and under Rodgers, and we maybe just came short of results. Zagreb is one I expected to try and get that result. So another couple of decent games. And then from pot 4, we probably got the toughest game we could have in Villa Park. I think Unai Emery's Aston Villa are very, very good. Along with Leipzig, they are the team that I fear for the most. Because Emery knows how to do it in Europe. And Villa are a very, very well-driven team. A good team, good players. Hopefully John McGinn slips in a few own goals. And Slovan Bratislava, once again, no disrespect, because a very good team, champions of their own nation and deserving to be in the Champions League just like Celtic, but we should be winning that game at Celtic Park. So yeah, very winnable games in this draw for us, I think. The nicest draw I think we've had. I know it's the new format and it's hard to weight up alongside traditional group stage draws, but we should be winning. We should be winning games, and we should be trying to finish in that top 24. So there's your draw. More on it when I'm back from Berlin. We'll be previewing each game, of course, but in the international break we'll probably deep dive into these Champions League teams. That's good. It's transfer deadline day, and I would be rude not to cover and talk about a few of the ongoing deals as we wrap up the window tonight. I'm sorry once again, apologies that I can't give you any live updates today. I'm going to be out all day. All I can say and all I can recommend is go on Twitter and look for the right accounts. Don't believe nonsense, believe the right accounts. And I'll probably be on Twitter on a couple of occasions throughout the day, so you can look out for my tweets as well. I will try and come back to you tomorrow on the channel to review everything about the deadline. So stay with me. The big one is Arnie Engels, medical booked, deal agreed, contract agreed. That should be getting tied up tonight. He will become Celtic's record signing. £11 million. Very excited for Arnie Engels. I bumped into him in Berlin Airport. No, I didn't. I'm joking. That's a horrible joke to run with. His medical's booked. Contract is agreed as far as we're understanding. They've negotiated a 20% sell-on clause with Celtic, meaning that when we do sell him on, if it's for a big fee, Augsburg will see 20% of that. Listen, it's more than fair, and it's smart business from Augsburg. I think it was probably the only way we were going to get this deal over the line. They did not want to lose their star man. They are losing their star man. Celtic will have him today when the medical is completed. He will be the Matt O'Reilly replacement, and welcome to Celtic, Arnie Engels. There we land, as they say. I'm excited for this one. I really am. I think he'll be a great player. young, of course, so there's a lot of development there to go through. But we signed Matt O'Reilly young, and look what happened with him. So I'm hoping that we can do the same with Arnie Engels. And listen, if we signed Matt O'Reilly for £1.5 million and we sold him for 25, 30, if Arnie Engels can replicate anywhere near the form that Matt O'Reilly had at Celtic, then we signed him for a living, thinking the money we're going to make on him in the future. But listen, I'm not thinking about the day we sell him. I'm looking forward to seeing him for the first time. Will he play against Rangers? Only for a few goals up, I think. But yeah, he should be signing today. Alvin Sanchez is back in the cards. Apparently Celtic are looking at Alvin Sanchez again after the collapse of the Mateusz Bogus deal. He's back on the radar. He could sign today. At this point, it's obviously 8:45 AM back home. I'm an hour ahead. Still waiting for news to break today on transfers. But he is back on the cards and could happen for a price between £3 million and £4 million. So have a look for that popping off today. Austin Trusty, Celtic are resubmitting a bid worth £6 million apparently. He could come in today as well. I would be happy with the signing of Austin Trusty. You've heard me bang on about him all windows. So yeah, Arnie Engels is the big one, but we really do need Austin Trusty through the door, and we probably need another player as well. I'm hoping for 3 through the door today. Realistically, I'm thinking we might get the 2, but we can wait and see what happens. Will Celtic come out of nowhere with a bid for a winger? Hopefully. I would like us to sign a winger in this window. Talking about wingers, there has been bids rejected for Luis Palma from Germany and from France, but he will remain a Celtic player in this window. I think that maybe indicates that Celtic don't expect to sign a winger here today. So yeah, I think it would be ambitious to expect so. Anyway, that's your quick Berlin transfer deadline day recap. People are starting to look at me. Once again, I apologise, there won't be any more videos / live updates today. Trying to enjoy myself while also getting the work done. So I hope you appreciate that. I try my hardest. Sorry for the lack of graphics and such as well, but yeah, anyway, I better go because I need to get this edited and uploaded before we go to the Olympic Stadium, the Olympus Stadion. Like and subscribe, thank you. Deadline day, Champions League draw, woo! Why'd I do that? See you later. Oh, boys, bye.